Cristina Mendez live in the Uplands neighborhood where Baltimore City Fire Department is battling a massive mansion fire. If you take a look here behind me, you can see just a wall of flames that surrounds what's left of this structure. Again, an old Victorian-style mansion just completely wrapped in flames as we speak. Since we've been on the scene in the last half hour to an hour, we can tell you we've actually seen some of this building just kind of fall back. It's falling apart as we speak. Really all that's left that's standing that we can see, it seems to be brick structures. So several chimneys are still up in this mansion of what's left. You can see now firefighters are attacking this fire from above using one of their ladders. We're also seeing fire crews on the ground spraying it kind of from a downward angle. They've also been mopping up with the hose some of this brush that's surrounding this property. A lot of this is very, very overgrown. So I can imagine the concern is some of the embers that are lifting up into the air and with the wind being carried away. So they're kind of just making sure, although it is raining, making sure that the surrounding area is also damp so not to spread the fire. A PIO, a public information officer for Baltimore City Fire, has just arrived at the scene. So at the moment, he says that he is just getting briefed on what exactly he can share with us. And then he's planning to speak. We're still waiting for several answers, including how, of course, this all unfolded here. For now, though, this is a very active scene. We could actually see this large plume of smoke rising above us as we approached the air. The public information officer is actually here right now with us. So we're going to step over here. My photographer is going to come with me, and we're going to learn these updates live with you here on CBS News Baltimore. We're just getting set up for this quick briefing of what we know so far.
All right, how are you? Have we met?
Yes, we met in the hazmat situation.
Oh my God, forgive me, please forgive me.
That's okay, that's
Good,
quite
good,
all right.
good.
Operations Providence Division. Can you give me an
Sure.
update? Bravo to Ops. We're looking pretty good down here. The embers have subsided a little bit with the rain helping us next down here wet, so we're looking pretty good right now.
Everyone okay? Good. All right, go ahead and break down what you can tell us so far about what's going on here.
Yes, units were dispatched to the 4500 block of Edmondson Avenue reporting smoke in the area. Upon their arrival to this location to investigate, their investigation led them to this old vacant mansion that was fully involved with heavy fire and smoke, as you can see behind me. Right now we have about 3 alarms of fire, nearly 100 firefighters, multiple fire apparatuses. Due to the intensity of this fire, as you can see, we have wind blowing that kind of adds to our challenge. We have extended hose lines to this fire, and we're doing exterior operations. Right now we have multiple hand lines, we have ladder pipes in service, trying to extinguish the fire at this point.
So no firefighters are inside right now?
Absolutely no. No firefighters are inside battling this fire. This is an a vacant structure, and it certainly wouldn't be safe for them to gain entry. So again, we are performing an exterior operation right now.
At this point, are you able to speak to where the fire started in the home, what may have caused it?
Sure. Due to the size of the structure, due to the intensity of the fires, it's impossible for us to have any sense of where this fire may have started. Even after the fire is completely extinguished, there's been some interior collapses that we've observed and have heard. So at that point, once it's safe to do so, our fire investigators will be able to go in and begin making some preliminary assessments into what may have caused this fire. But again, even after the fire is extinguished, there's going to be debris, there's going to be lumber that has collapsed all through this place, still making it relatively unsafe.
Now this is burning really hot, really bright, really long. Any idea what's making it do that? Do you think there's some kind of accelerant in there?
It's hard to say that, there's any type of accelerant, but again, we have a wind blowing behind us. And if you think about trying to start a little small fire with wood and twigs, you get a little spark and then you blow on it and it grows. Same thing here. We've got this wind that's blowing behind us right through this building where the fire is, and that simply just intensifies it even that much more.
With it being vacant so long, is there any indication that there's anyone inside, or did you get any calls regarding any information along those lines?
We have no information to suggest that there's anyone inside. Again, as you've stated, this has been a vacant structure for quite some time. There's always a possibility, but we have no knowledge of that at this moment.
Any injuries at all?
Fortunately, no reported injuries of our firefighters. We have quite a lot of personnel on this operation, and we are definitely operating safely.
Now, this comes, after the 2 firefighters died, one last week, one the week before.
Yes.
Is that affecting anyone here, or how is that weighing on you as you battle yet another big fire?
Yes, unfortunately, the loss of one firefighter is too much for us. We carry the weight of that loss daily, and it'll take some time, but we have the memory of our firefighters who recently passed. We carry their memories in our hearts, and we continue to do what we need to do. I think that's it for now.
Is it harder to get a fire like this under control when you can only attack it from the one side?
Well, it can be a challenge. Fortunately, we have the ladder pipes, as you can see, which can extend 50, 75, nearly 100 feet in the air to kind of get above the fire. So we'll attack it strategically on as many sides as we can and for as long as we can to get it under control.
Would you be able to tell us how fire crews were able to access this scene, knowing that it's been blocked off to the rest of the thoroughfare?
Yes, of course they had to breach the fence, which I understand was secured by a chain, and simply drove inside. We have extended hose lays to be able to get to the distance of this property from the roadway. So we've been successful in doing that with no problems. And again, we'll continue to just pour water onto it until it's completely extinguished.
Do you know if this property is owned by the city?
That I don't know. It's too early for me to have any sense of that. Yeah, I don't know.
Anything else?
I think that's it for now. I'll be around, if any other questions develop.
All right, thank you so
Sure.
much. So if you're still with us here on CBS News Baltimore, you just heard from Kevin Cartwright. He's the chief spokesperson for Baltimore City Fire, breaking down exactly what we know as it's happening with this fire situation. Still a very active scene. You heard him, over 100 firefighters on the ground working this very case. So we will have much more coming up on WJZ News at 7 o'clock. Stay with us.